Hello and good morning, Dr. Farhana. Welcome to our group presentation. In our group, we have five members, PANAS, Tara, Alia, WANRONG, and ZHENZHU. For the presentation today, we have five people to present. And then the first topic is about examination of legal ambiguity in legal language in select language legal document. And then for the second is about discuss on the promoting plain language, especially how non-language lay person can better understand the second language document. So I will pass to a next presenter to talk about the topic. Thank you.
In general terms, ambiguity is word or expression that can be comprehended in two or more possible ways. Meanwhile, ambiguity in legal language means language in an agreement has more than one meaning. In cases where a contract appears ambiguous, the courts may use extrinsic evidence to ascertain the party's original purpose and to interpret the language used in the agreement. And ambiguity in legal language can also be patent or latent. In contrast to latent ambiguity, which is not always obvious but develops when clear language is applied to a subject and ambiguity results from outside factors, patent ambiguity happens when the language in the document itself has multiple meanings. And ambiguity in legal language also can be unclear or open to more than one interpretation. This can be happen in several ways.
All right, thank you, NURALIA, for her explanation of ambiguity of language in law. Based on the understanding of ambiguity in the case of Convention on the Prevention and the Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, which was chosen by our group, the passive construction is used in some of these articles, and the passive construction causes ambiguity because the passive construction can have the effect of obfuscating and hiding the perpetrator so that the judge or the panel of judge can focus on the victim or the result event instead of perpetrator. So the first example is from the Article 11. Instrument of accusation shall be deposited with Secretary General of the United Nations. The passive construction here is reflect in shall be deposited, and which in legal shall in legal language denote an obligatory act, a common legal requirement that express obligation or necessity. In this case, the action is shall be deposited, and the addressee is the Secretary General of the United Nations. The actor is implied and is not explicit mentioned. The use of the passive construction emphasize the action and the addressee more than the initiator of the action. So if it's a into the active voice, the contracting parties shall depose the instrument of accusation with the Secretary General of United Nations, which clearly identify the actor performing the action. So this doesn't reflect the requirement that the article focus on the requirements and obligations rather than the parties involved. And the second example comes from Article 4. The passive construction here is more or less the same as the example above. The form like shall plus be done, which emphasize the result or the punishment rather than who carry out this action of punishing. But if it's transformed into the active time, the law is not clear expressed at the court or the authority, identify the person responsible for carrying out the punishment. The role of the court or authority is defined. So therefore, legal texts are usually written in a more formal and objective time, using passive construction to maintain neutrality and inclusiveness. The use of the passive voice contribute to this goal for any law enforcement agency.
Hi, Dr. Fana. I'm Tara, and now I'll be presenting on the examination of legal ambiguity of this convention, and I'll be specifically talking about nominalization. So, the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide doesn't really employ nominalization. So nominalization is the use of nouns rather than verbs or adjectives with the purpose of allowing the speaker to omit reference to the actor and only talk about the action being done. So nominalized verbs end with ion, ment, al, age, ing, ance, ant, or dom. So an example of this would be the verb punished being replaced with the noun punishment. Direct language is often preferred in legal and formal text to avoid ambiguity and to clearly define responsibilities unless they're purposely being unethical. So this convention is precise and comprehensive. So if they were to remove the actor, they might not explicitly convey who is responsible for his actions or how they will be carried out. So it's important to note that the convention's limited use of nominalization doesn't create ambiguity because the convention's overall objective and purpose is to establish international law and principles to make it clear that anyone who commits genocide can be tried. So as for this examination, I'll be giving an example of how this article can actually be nominalized. So I'll be using Article 4. Article 4 states that persons committing genocide or any of the other acts enumerated in Article 3 shall be punished whether they are constitutionally responsible rulers, public officials, or private individuals. In my example here, I replaced the actor and the verb persons committing with the noun commission. So in here, we will actually completely omit the person that's committing the genocide. So we're only talking about the genocide that's being committed. Here, the responsibility on the person is kind of downplayed because the focus is mainly on the actual action. So in conclusion, the Convention of the Genocide prioritizes clarity through active verbs and the lack of normalization. This approach ensures effective communication of the convention's crucial message, which is holding individuals accountable for the crime of genocide. That is all for me. I'll now pass it on to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is KHAMCHAROEN, and today I will present about promoting the sixth week of plain language in legal document. So we have five topics. So let's move on to the next page to our presentation. Thank you. What is a plain legal language? Plain legal language refers to the use of language in a legal paper that's comprehensible to the reader who are not legal expert. And this is clear, simple, and easy to interpret by Linda says Commerce 2023. This is by include by using the simple word that people can understand easily and information logically, and providing explanation for definition for any special term or concept to make unfamiliar to the reader. This is mean we use the easy words for a reader to understand in the legal language by using a plain language. For the promoting plain language in a legal document among non-legal laymen, a significant benefit that can improve the increased efficiency and reducing the error. So let's move on to the next page. For increased efficiencies, we can use the plain language to increase the efficiency by understanding of the uh, information easily. They will see in the legal language, we use the legal words, and then we paraphrase to the plain language that the party agree that genocides, whether this happened during the phase of war and crime under the international law, they promote the stop from happening and punish those responsible. So we use this to understand and increase the efficiency. For the second is about reductions in the errors. This is we reduce the word and using the plain language to reduce the errors by trans transfer to the easy word like any country that sign in the convention and can ask the any time by sending the written request to Secretary General. So we reduce the word and we using the word easily to understand this. So that's all for me. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello, good day to Farhana. I will go on to discuss the significance of promoting the use of plain language in legal documents. The significance is an improved image of legal profession. As we can see, in the original Article 5, the phrase necessary legislation is ambiguity and could be interpreted in various ways, potentially leading to inconsistent implementation. By rephrasing it in plain language as countries that agree to this convention promise to create laws that follow their own constitutions. These laws must make sure that people who commit genocide are punished. We specify the action required. This not only ensures consistency but also makes the responsibility clear to all parts involved, improving transparency and trust. The last significance is improved accessibility for non-legal laymen. As we can see, in the original Article 7, the term extradition and the phrase laws and treaties in force might be difficult for non-legal laymen to understand. By rephrasing it in plain language, as send people accused of genocide to the country where they commit the crime, follow their own laws and agreements. We make the concept clear and more accessible. This ensures that non-legal laymen can understand the legal process and requirements, improving their ability to comply with the law. And that's all for my part. Thank you.